There we go. Had my mic muted the whole time. Oh, I gotta do this real quick. Bam. Welcome back, everybody, to the live stream. It is a commission day, which is going to be fun. I have been commissioned to redraw the Kobold King for someone's campaign. I think that could be a fun challenge. I'm going to... Let me pop out the chat here. YouTube. There we go. I do have the... Andres, welcome. Good morning. Afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I do have the voice chat open again in Discord today, if you want to join me in Discord. I do as well have the Aggie software up and running for anybody who wants to come hang out. For all of our patrons, you can come in and join that. How was everybody's weekend? David, welcome. Commission day. Yeah, today's gonna be good. So I do have a little bit of a setup already. So this is a pretty specific commission. They wanted something based off of the Kobold King from Pathfinder. So I'm going to use the... Dippy, welcome to the chat. I'm going to use the frame of reference that was already exist in the Pathfinder universe and make it something that is unique and our own. So that's going to be fun. We've already got like a set look that they want to keep. We'll go from there. Let's see if we can get a good little kobold pose. Good little friendly buddy here. Good little lizard friend. Rick, welcome. Oh no. Welcome, Drow. Whoa! Ooh, that's loud. Got some background noise coming from the Discord. That's all right. Yeah, that's all right. How was everybody's D&D games? Got to play a little bit this weekend over the internet. That was pretty fun. Gotcha. No D&D this weekend. That's a bummer. Hope everybody else is... Gotcha. It's nice when you have like a day that you can go ahead and do that, though. So having a planned day isn't bad. Let me look at my reference art here. This one's going to be interesting because it's based off of something that already exists, and I just have to kind of figure out how to make it awesome. Make it a little beefier. A little bit of beefy boy. My cat decided to go run around in the dirt all weekend and then sleep in my bed, so now my allergies are going crazy. So that was fun. Gotta spend the rest of the day. No push-ups today. That's what I'm gonna declare. No push-ups today because my nose is all stuffy. That's no good. So welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody. Welcome back to another week of fun art. I think these arms are too short. Let's see if we can do some of this. The Kobold King. I actually don't know a lot about the Kobold King. Need to do some more research, I guess. not sure if the character is actually supposed to be the Kobold King or if he just likes the aesthetic. We're going with that. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't know who the Kobold King is. Maybe we should do some collective research. That could be fun. Crown of the Kobold King, Pathfinder Wiki. The crown of the Kobold King will be anointed in blood. That's a pretty good quote. Crown of the Kobold King was the backdrop for a huge three-dimensional Delve event in Origins 2007 and the sequel Hollow's Last Hope. It is followed by Revenge of the Kobold King and was released as a free RPG day in 2008. It looks like it looks like a small dungeon dive. I don't know who the actual Kobold King is. Let's see if I can find. Yep, yeah, I got it here. Nice. Fighter level 2, sorcerer level 4. Here we go. See what else we got over here. All right. I'm going to go back to this. Cthulhu, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to keep plugging away at this. But it looks like we're making a little kobold friend today. If anybody else wants to draw a Kobold King, I would be down to see that. But, yep. Burned out on drawing already? Going black and gray, white eyes, blind white eyes. I like that. Let's do that. Let's see what else we got here. I got some references. There we go. Let's see if I can draw a kobold today. I probably should have warmed up first. I usually need to warm up before I really get into this kind of stuff. Kobold King is a fighter sorcerer kobold who has declared himself the king of all kobolds. He does indeed have a crown made of bone, which I'm not going to draw because the commissioner asked me not to do that part, so that's fine. But yeah, I think that's the point. I think the dragons are supposed to be disagreed with. I think this kobold is deciding he's better than dragons. Thus, dragon skull on head. It might not be a dragon skull. It looks like like a goblin skull. I think he might have a goblin skull in his head. Hey, level 2. So the argument I just heard was he's not very impressive because he only has one skull. Thus, he's only ever slayed maybe one goblin. That's not how. I mean, I've seen some like ear belts from barbarians, but I don't think I've ever seen somebody that has collected every skull of everything they've ever ever killed. What have I done? This should be like that. That should be like this. This should be like that. Let's do that. And then I have to break this up into different components to try to figure out how this head's supposed to look. There we go. That's what I needed. How do I learn how to play D&D is the question. How did I learn, or how do people learn to play D&D? Like, both, huh? I played with someone on a coffee table, just me and my roommate, because we had nothing else to do. That's how I learned how to play D&D. But no, when I was really young, we had like the general. It was like second edition. I think it was advanced D&D. I cannot remember for the life of me what the book was called for that. It might have just been AD&D. But it wasn't. But so we. Yeah, so we grabbed the book and we read what we had to do to make a character, and we rolled them up, and we did that. And in my first act of like super copyright infringement, I think I photocopied most of the pages out of a monster manual, so that I could just like, without thinking about it, I was like, I need all 100 pages of this. And we sat down and we played a game. We only had the one book, and yeah, I had access to a copier. So now I own all the books, and I hope that makes up for my lack of owning them in the past. So, and if anybody wants to sue me over that, I made that story up, and you can't prove otherwise. So. Yeah, so that's really. I mean, if you have access to the dungeon manual, the dungeon master's guide, that's a little excessive, but the player's handbook is a super good place to start. And then from there, I think I just made this into a lizard folk. I made this like a swole ass lizard folk. Yep, he's just got like a goblin bag over here. Bag. Oh, goblins. There we go. Hey, Not, saw your storyboard. Looks good. They say it in Cambodia. I don't understand what your proclivity for the like requirement of slaying anything to be a king. Like, what if this and the fact that he's a kobold doesn't really matter at all. I mean, how many people have claimed to be the kings of meat and then opened a small butcher shop? The title is not as important. My issue is I don't understand why there's an issue at all. It's a little weird. Did I make this guy too tall? I think he's too tall. That's not a kobold anymore. I turned him into like a skinny lizard folk. That could be too. I guess my question to you is it an issue of that he calls himself the king of kobolds, or other people calling him the king of kobolds? What's worse in your mind? No, I'm not saying that you're mad at it. I'm saying if would it be weirder? Would it be weirder, as a new question, if he was called the king of kobolds by other kobolds, or if he just decided that he was the king of kobolds? Which would be, well, maybe he is. Maybe he is the king of kobolds. He's the oldest among us. Quick, make him the king. He's 15 days old. Why would a half-dragon kobold live for 400 years? Do half-dragons gain double life expectancy? Yeah. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Is that how I want that tail? Oh, balls. It's like Witcher rules. Is Geralt a dragon? Is Geralt a half dragon? Is that what they did to him? The trial of cats. You have to go get that dragon and bang the crap out of it. I could buy vampire. I could buy vampire in The Witcher. I bet if you read those books. Those are good books, by the way. If you haven't read the Witcher books, hashtag not sponsored. Sponsored? Not sponsored by those guys. How do I get an Audible sponsor? I think that's a thing I can do. I think I have to sign up for something. Dear Audible. Wait, what would you recommend instead? Bookwalker. I've never heard of that. I have no idea what that is. What? That doesn't make any sense. You can't just come in here into a D&D podcast and say that I don't know what something is because they only have nerd books. Nerdy weeb books. Oh, so it's just anime. How do you audiobook anime? That doesn't make any sense. Forgotten how Kobold's legs work. There we go. Okay. He's a swole. Yep. He's a beefy boy. So this is well, he's the king. He's got to project himself. He's got to be really. Yep. I like little kobold legs. I think they're good. This person requested a two-tone loincloth as the only cloth, I believe. Let me double check. 2 colors. Yeah. It's kind of fancy. Kind of fancy loincloth, you know. Not just like goblin skin. Welcome, Garden Statue, to the Discord. That's a good name. That's a good name. Lose the crown. Done. Black and gray. Done. Lose the earrings. Less of a snarl. Got it. Lose the cape. Place the chain of the cape with an amulet. All right, so we're going to have things we need to have. Natural armor necklace. Yeah, it's a Pathfinder thing. Don't worry about it. Ring of protection. Ring of protection. Bracers. Now this is where maybe I have to contact this person. They have a belt listed here as a belt of giant strength and a belt of physical perfection. Is that 2 different belts, or is it one belt that's mixed together? Because I don't think it would work as 2 different belts. But if not, that's a dope combo. Yeah. Well, if we're going by D&D rules, not anime rules. I mean, he could have both belts, and maybe he just doesn't have both of them active as usable items. Pathfinder is different about items than D&D is. I usually rule that you can switch between items as a standard or as a full round action. You can kind of reattune to them. Where does what go? The belts? Yeah, it's gonna hold the loincloth up. He's just got a bandolier belt right here. That'd be pretty dope. So, if you're joking around, that's funny. I get it. Like, does he have a magical belt bandolier? Yeah. But with Pathfinder, you basically have slots. You have body slots. So you have 2 ring slots, hands, bracers, chest, mantle, cloak, like that, like those different things. So you have 1 belt slot you can have active at a time. Correct. It's a system limitation, not a logical. Because yeah, you could go all like Afro Samurai and have a billion belts. So with Pathfinder and I think 5th edition, I might be wrong on 5th edition. Or sorry, 3.5. I don't know why I said 5th edition. You because of all the slots you have, there are a lot of magic items you can have. And then with each of those you can also have tattoos for each of those slots. So you can have a necklace and a neck tattoo that both have magical buffs. Yeah, Pathfinder gets real crazy real fast. Yep, on the face tattoos. I allow magical tattoos in my game, yeah, but they're expensive. Too cool to not allow. No, I think they're good. I think tattoos are a good addition because they're one of those things that with your character, they have to invest a lot of money into them and a lot of time, and they're pseudo permanent. They're not as swappable as some other magical items, so it's kind of like, I want to do this. It's like, okay. Can't replace it. It's got to be something you really want for your character. But I'm really lax about how they're developed, because I spent a lot of time making my own magical items and letting my players make their own magical items. Just a magical skeleton made out of magical items. There's There's a tool for that in the Pathfinder universe called the Flesh Carver. That's a legit item that exists. Sounds like some Wolverine level augmentation. I'd like to tattoo all my bones with adamantium. That's okay, sure. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of difference between that and like bark skin. Can you turn all my flesh into trees for a little bit? I guess so. That's an interesting way to do it. I love D&D communities. Yeah, I see it as a lizard folk. Looks a little too skinny. Wait, looks like a skinny lizard folk. Someone's give me a second. All right. How do we make it more of a kobold? Let's. No. All right. Yeah, we can try that. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. My question was, how do I draw my lizard folk and how do I feel? Oh yeah, that looks way better. Apparently I draw my lizard folk very tall. So when I draw a lizard folk, I think my trick for it is actually finding a lizard. And then just trying to turn that lizard into a person. With kobolds, I kind of think of, okay, little tiny dragons. And with dragon folk, I think of people who are dragons. So, yeah, I guess. Okay, I've been hearing half dragon nonstop for the last, 4 days. And I've never heard of a half dragon up to this point. Why is this all of a sudden a thing? Did a new book get released? Is there a new TV show out that I've missed? What the crap is a half dragon? Okay. So it's just a dragon template. Okay. Okay. So it is just the dragon template being applied to something. That's fine. I can deal with that. I've been playing Dragon Disciples for 10 years. I don't need no half-dragon bullplop. Oh, is that so? Is that so? When someone starts talking about a cult that you accidentally made, it's weird. Huh. Yeah, how's that feel? Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to have, I missed it. I totally missed it. After this live stream last week, a bunch of people got together and instead of playing D&D, they decided to start their own weird hentai tentacle cult. So I was not a part of it. I don't know what it was. It is not responsible. I am not responsible for anything that happens in this community when I'm not around. Yep, as soon as you go to sleep, tentacle cult. That's... Nope, I don't want to know. Don't tell me. You guys can... Yeah. Is that the weird lady that splits in half? I don't know who drew that, but that was pretty cool. It was like an origami mimic, which I thought was pretty dope. Whoever drew that, nicely done. I thought we weren't going to talk about this, and now we're just talking about it. What the hell's going on? You guys are the worst at this. It's not the point. It's not the point. We're drawing Kobold Kings. Is anybody drawing Kobold Kings today? No. Get over here. Start talking about Kobold Kings. But it is commission day. Does that look less lizard folky? I think that looks less lizard folky. I think the tail is a little weird now, though. Yeah, it's too high. I think it is too high. I think that's the biggest issue. I always have the rules that, like, goblins, the tallest goblin is usually in charge. I do something like this. Maybe that's how it works with kobolds, the longest tail. How do kobolds... I think kobolds have kind of whippy tails, don't they? I have the original artwork here. No, it's kind of chunky. It's kind of a chunky dragon tail. They do, yeah. The tail whip attachments. So good. I would definitely allow someone to kind of specialize in tail attacks as a kobold. I think that would be pretty funny. No, it's not prehensile. That's why they attach blades to the tip, and then you just whip people with it. Yeah, kobolds tinker with everything, including their tails, apparently. That is the worst. What is wrong with my... They might have some Wolverine type kobolds. What's the goblin from Squee from Magic the Gathering? The goblin that can't die. It's pretty good. Goblin decks were pretty popular last year. That doesn't surprise me. My high school was just a bunch of drug dealers, so that was fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Okay, we got. Are drugs not allowed in Finland? I don't know. Well, my monetization just went right out the window there. So, everybody, do whatever you want today, I guess. Yep, I've already talked about weird tentacle hentai, and I've talked about drug dealers, so... You know what? We're doing a commission, though, so we're good. Today's already paid for, so... Should the head be bigger? Do kobolds have larger heads? Jacob, this could be... I could make the head bigger. Let's try it. But I think if I make the head bigger, it's going to look like a dragonborn. Because for me, like, the dragons have those... just to have bigger heads. So, It's a little too big, but that's kind of funny. I think part of that is like probably because of my like World of Warcraft stuff, where you have like the proto drakes that are like 40% giant maw, and they're like, I also have wings. T-Rexes. I'm a big fan of the long snout alligator kobolds. This one specifically didn't want that, which is fine. That's totally fine. Commissioner did not want the kobold. Don't make my nose long. I don't want it. Recently discovered your channel a week ago. Great art, fun, informative, good stuff. Thank you, Sunkenness. Thanks for hanging out. When I hear King Kobold, I hear Elvis Kobold. That's pretty funny, actually. I like that. I have not been reading the thing because I've been working and arguing with you guys about dumb stuff and drug dealers. So if you want me to be caught up on the YouTube, you gotta not distract me with hentai cults. Oh, your computer. I thought you were saying I was behind on reading the chat. I'm sorry. I just accused you of sacrilege, and it's fine. The Discord sacrilege of me not reading the chat. Totally call me out on that. You know what? I think I'm going to go... If he wants a fancy loincloth, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to put it up here so he's got some thigh. Got some thigh meat showing. What's the challenge? Nope. I'm not going to do that. That is not a challenge. That is not fun, is what that is. I was just asked to draw with a mouse, and to that, I'm just not going to do it because I've done it in the past and I don't like it. It's not fun, and yeah. That's like, hey, instead of drawing with a pencil today, why don't you draw with ketchup? Exactly. You absolutely could, but that's not what the ketchup is for. So, yeah, I don't want to do that. I straight up just don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. Tip me $60 and I'll do an entire live stream with a mouse. Actually, hey, no, I'll totally do that. That is a legit challenge. $60 and I will do a live stream with a mouse. Exactly. That doesn't sound fun for anybody. It sounds like me just complaining for 2 hours. Hey, if that's what people want to spend their money on, you know what? I'm down for it. But I am not going to do that for no reason. Yep. Or you could instead of doing that, spend that $60 and buy a tablet. Buy a nice little bamboo, and then you just don't have to complain about it ever again. Why not? Bamboos are fine. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Cintiqs are more expensive, but the bamboos are pretty good. You could also just invest in like a Surface, like get like a used Surface Pro, or. But yeah, lots of things you could do with $60 that's not making me draw with a mouse. What have I done with this belt? It's crooked. It's crooked AF. That's what it is. This whole picture is just super crooked. Let's start. Let's go through. So this is kind of a. This is what happens when I don't warm up first, which is kind of interesting. It's good to know that I can actually. I think I can probably make my commissions a little faster if I warm up before I do them. So that's cool. If I can do them faster, I can do more, which is great. Yeah, I think I suffer from creative fatigue, and listening to people argue and bicker on the Discord. And after a few hours of that, I just can't function anymore. So that was all directed directly at Andreas. Praise the sun. YouTube chat. We must start our own cult to draw forth the eyes of Rook, so he will read our comments. I'm sorry, am I missing people's comments again? Yeah, I only judge people by their level of cultness, apparently. 11 days. I have. Can you imagine if a kobold lived to be like 20? He would have like 1,000 children. I am your great grandfather. That's kind of what I'm thinking. He's just the oldest at like a ripe age of 6. See, yeah. How much, if your kobold's 20 years old, how many eggs has he propagated? That sounded really, like, strangely intimate and gross. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How many eggs you got? Yeah, and I mean that's why tail length is so important, because 2 kobolds might survive to the age of 2 or 3, but whoever has the most of their tail left, they get to rule. That's how it works. Come forward, children of chat. Jacob, I see what you're doing there. Stop it. We can only handle one Andreas in this chat. Propagator of strange religion. I didn't mean to make a cult that took over the world. I just was saying stuff for no reason. I mean, that's how most religions start, I think. Someone just starts saying stuff, and then people take it way too seriously, and then nobody knows how they got here. I think I might have just quoted a meme, and I need to know what that was. Okay, good. I swear I've seen this in my head. Oh, is that a Monty Python quote? I think it was a Life of Brian quote, yeah. Got some booping and some beeping. What is that? What is that? Is that a dog? That's a chill dog. Nice. Oh, I got some art share. Let's click on this. Oh, people are typing. People are typing in the art share. That's fine, I guess. I thought there was going to be some sweet art to share, but yeah, not today. Kobold Warlord. Are you drawing in the stuff today? Nice. Why is it so tiny? Why is it so small? That's pretty good. Actually, I like that. I like the Kobold Warlord. That's a good idea. Now, I would love to see, like, a Sampai 3D model something like this. I think that would be a cool collab to kind of get behind. See if we can come up with, like... Man, that was such a hardcore drop right there that no one jumped on. I'm kind of disappointed. No, there was just a lot of jokes that could have just happened because someone asked, "How do you spell Messiah?" and no one took it. No one took the bait. No one took the joke. Missed opportunities. You could have literally said anything, any word, or you could have spelled anything for that joke. Run it again. Run it again. Let's start again. Someone asked that question. Someone asked the question. Pepsi. I did it wrong. Try it again. From the top. Now I'm just messing with you guys. This is fun. If you actually need to know, I think you spelled it right. I think you did spell it right. Yeah. And for future reference, I don't know how to spell anything, so that's a thing. Spelling is a made-up thing, and okay, here we go. We're getting somewhere. We're gonna take this whole junk package cover. Played 60 hours of a game this week. That's pretty epic. I did play a lot of D&D this weekend, which was fun. What's your favorite creature type? Favorite creature to fight? What's your favorite race and class to play? Subclass included. Eldritch Horror for all of the above. I hear fiends. Fiends sound pretty cool. I'm a big fan of. I think favorite race. That's fine. It doesn't matter. Favorite race and class to play. I think my favorite race and class is a human cleric. I do it all the time, and I love it. I tried to branch away this weekend and make a new character that wasn't that, and I ended up being uh-oh. I've forgotten what I am already. War Priest, yeah, which is basically a fighter cleric, which is basically a paladin, but not. It's really weird. Favorite creature type and favorite creature to fight? I really like goblins and kobolds. I would say probably I think I throw more kobolds or goblins at my players than anything else. Just because I think they're interesting and you can do a lot with them. And they're very versatile, so. Easy to make interesting, yeah. Oh man, I have a box labeled undead figures for my minis because I have so many undead minis. I also have a goblin box, but it's much smaller, so. Goblin box is not as big. Moon Elf Archer. Arcane Archer Fighter. Interesting. That's a cool one. I haven't seen too many of those. Yeah. Andreas is just getting all the flame today. Please pay attention to me. Doppelganger illusionist. That's a weird one. Let's do this. Let's shorten the arm up. Doppelganger illusion. Nice, Jacob. I still have not gotten into playing a doppelganger or a... yeah, I haven't played any of those. What people are drawing? I want to see. Dun 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 dun. Oh, welcome to the Sketchy Sketch. I'll be checking back from time to time. I have appeared. I am arrived. I am arrived. I has become. Welcome me, did not you? Forth drawing. F became. And lo, I was sketch. If you can't handle my broken, bad English, you don't deserve me at my good sentence structure. Oh, he's speaking in memes. Everybody run. It's supposed to be like a belt of strength power, and I think I turned it into venom. Yeah. Belt of giant strength and belt of physical perfection. So it's a belt of giant strength physical perfection. In Pathfinder, I think the giant strength belt gives you plus. It's like so that belt gives you like plus 10 strength, if that's one belt. Yeah. Do I want to flip this? I'm going to do this real quick. What were we just talking about here a minute ago? I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to. And then you're trying to recruit people. Stop recruiting people. If you want to be blamed for there being a cult based after you, you don't recruit people. La Gran Bambila's Belt of Carnage. Welcome, Brian. You may have missed it. I'm not doing push-ups today because I have the sniffles and I don't want. Nope. That is not a Brad challenge. That is an Andreas challenge. Only Andreas. And if I do that, just to clarify, not on a commission day. Because that's just a bad idea. Oh, hey, I was doing a commission for you, and my friends were like, hey, what if you just drew with your butt? And so I did, and here's your commission, and it looks like that. Let's not do that. Let's just not do that. Ever. Thank you, Bri, by the way. I do appreciate it. Everybody in the Discord is thanking you for supporting their habits as well. And by everybody, I mean literally just Andreas. But he appears to be talking for everybody now, so that's fine. Jesus Christ. All right. I wasn't ready for that one. I was not ready for that. And I don't know how to respond to it, so I'm gonna... Nope. Let's just walk away from that one. Remember, if anybody needs to talk to one of our moderators because of something horrible somebody has said in the chat, please feel free to do so. We got some. I forgot that today has already been. We've already been demonetized, so whatever. I'm not happy about this, but I can't do anything about it right now. I'm gonna have to do like an after dark. I'm gonna have to do a drawing after dark live stream one of these days. Only 18 and up. Join the YouTube chat. Jacob, stop trying to convert people to... Oh no, why would you get banned? It's wildly inappropriate, but unless somebody complains, I would just ask not to do it again. Wildly inappropriate. There are 4 other people in this call that may not be okay with it. And I do. That is not an asking. That is not an ask for appropriateness. It's just, I'm just saying, in the future, let's tone it down a little bit. Tone it down a little bit. Not. Let's keep it. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna ask for the tone down. There are a lot of jokes that I'm not super on board with. That is some bad grammar. What are we talking about? Oh, you're just now listening to. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my bad English from earlier. I'm like, you really are 13 minutes behind. Let's see. Maybe if I up the bit rate, it'll throw you farther behind on the live stream. Just stall you out. I can milk those extra watch minutes by by bogging down people's internets. Actually, I don't know if watch minutes matter at all on YouTube, to be totally honest. The algorithm is kind of jacked up now, so it's not though. That's the thing. YouTube used to be based on watch time, but now I think it's based on the ad revenue or like the ad click-through rate. It's really weird. So like the best way to support your YouTube friends is to not have ad blocker on, which is like, oh, that's actually a hard sell. Like I totally get people not wanting ad block or having ad blocker on. It's like, oh. Exactly, yeah. Patreon's the best way to support your YouTubers. I was looking at how to claim YouTube stuff on like taxes and everything, because you do have to claim the money you make. But theoretically, YouTube doesn't claim any of its people as employees. And it's like, okay. Yeah, how am I supposed to claim this? So I'm gonna have to talk to my accountants and my lawyers and see what's up. A YouTube union? That's interesting. Sorry, my phone kicked me off. Hello, everyone again. Welcome back, Bri. You're trying to be recruited. Don't listen to them. It's weird. So that's another like. I get that you're all joking. I hope you're all joking. Please don't start cults. But that's kind of the issue with a lot of jokes that are like, haha, it's kind of funny, but maybe it's something we shouldn't joke about. So that's weird. Did anyone else hear Andreas just not stop talking? He said he was going to say something, and then it just went completely quiet. Yeah, I just keep hearing like white noise. I'm not sure what's going on. Can anyone else hear that? I heard it's actually, and then it just cuts out. It's weird. I can't hear it. I keep hearing something about cult, and then it just goes blah, blah. Okay, so we're actually talking about something scientifically phenomenal. What are you talking about? I'm sorry, I was being a dick. Oh, weird. So they basically got tricked into building industrialized things like runways and roads because, well, but it was because they didn't understand the actual use for it. They just knew that they had once been rewarded for building it. That's interesting. So I like that idea for goblins. I think goblins start building a castle. That is kind of a cool idea. See, now this is where joking comes in. When you cry wolf too many times about starting a cult, when you actually want to talk about like legitimate cult things, people don't believe you. Yes, but we don't believe you. Okay, I'm totally not lying this time. I absolutely am not lying this time. This time, totally not lying. Did you know that bananas are an animal? Yeah, just start emulating the human culture because they think that it will bring them favor. Fine, it's not a cult. It's a fellowship of YouTube chat members. Decided getting Rook to read our comments. I am reading the comments, Jacob. I'm working today. I'm working today, and it makes me look specifically at things. I'm gonna see what's going on over here. All right, we got. That's something you're gonna have to answer for yourself. That was me. I like this. I like that it's like bring your kid to work day. This is egg 316. I am egg 105. Bananimal? Yeah, it's a bananimal. Yep, the 6-year-old Kobold King. I would actually be surprised if that's... Yeah, let's see. We got me, and we got a Jones, and we got I have appeared, and we have anonymous. What is that? A camel? It looks like a camel. Might be a monkey. It looks like a camel. Okay, the anonymous camel. I thought it was a giraffe at first, but like looking at it now, I think it is a camel. It's a camel. I thought it was originally a giraffe, though. Look at what is up with this? Why is mine so low resolution? The unicorn is low resolution, and then these two are just like vector perfect. That doesn't make any sense. The unicorn is low resolution. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I would do that. Why would it? Maybe it's an older image or something. Oh, okay. Well, that would explain it. Maybe it is an older one then. Those old timing drawers, old timing sketcheroos. Okay. I'm too tired to draw. That's fair. Yeah, if you're not feeling drawing today, that's totally chill. I'm not gonna. That's true. I am. Oh, last day of vacation. That's too bad. That was legit. That was total serious. It's a bummer. Sorry, you have to go back to whatever you were doing. That sounds like I'm excited to get back to a job, but I also I'm having fun doing this, so it's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I realize how much I crave attention. I totally don't. Never mind. Go ahead. I don't get why I'm always the center of attention. Because you crave it. We've had a breakthrough. Had a great breakthrough, Andres. You are always welcome to crave attention and try to get attention here. Yeah, sure. Just you know. Yeah, so That's totally fine. Drawing's good. Yeah. Yep. See, I would much prefer you trying to get attention by drawing on the stream than making weird jokes about being under people's beds. Yeah, those are kind of scary. It's like the... Jeez. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have kind of dark senses of humor, and like I said, I'm okay with it when it's in the right circle. It's just sometimes, especially in, like, for the most part, there's a very we have a group here that's very normal, and I don't think anybody was offended. So a dark sense of humor can be used in the right situation, but we're also in semi-public, so I have to be wary of people's dark senses of humor on the live stream, which it's yeah. And there are some jokes that I'm not okay with, and if you ever make one that I'm not okay with, I will tell you I'm not okay with it, because I'll put up a list of like, hey, this is inappropriate. That's interesting. Okay, I've not thought of this. No, I have to. Yes. Yes, he did. That was someone else. See, this got really dark and really scary, and I got a little panicky. See, that's a completely different word. That completely changes the joke. Yeah. English and Finnish can go different. So this is why talking is good. It's good to talk to each other. It's good to talk to people. I need to read. Is that a camel or a llama? It was a camel, Jacob. We figured that out. Sorry, it's 5 minutes late. I'm totally reading the YouTube chat. I promise. See, still super dark, but not as aggressive, which is okay. That's an appropriate. Yeah, weird dark joke. I'm really taking the cleaver. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into, but maybe not in a public setting. So that's it. It was targeted towards you, but it's in a public setting, so like those things have to be taken into account. And I will call people out on stuff like that if I think it's really inappropriate. And like I said, on a serious note, for anybody in the Discord or on the YouTube, if you do feel like something was inappropriate or too much, feel free to contact me or the mods. I'm not saying we will do anything about it. We will take it on someone help me out. I can't think of words right now. By case basis. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, and that's really what it should be. It's just I don't want anybody to have to feel like they need to go talk to somebody, but I think we should definitely moderate for them. But that's the beautiful thing about a community, and this really goes for like D&D games as well. If a safe space is what you need, that's one thing. But like we are an open public group, and if you have an issue, please bring it up. Like we should talk about it. This should be something that we talk about, because I think that's the best way to deal with things. And it might not always be proper, and that's fine. Like, I think it's good. Welcome to Rook's Guidance Hour. That's a good way to put it. I have been in charge of many groups. I myself have said really dumb things, and kind of later realized that they were bad. So I've been in all situations of like I see how that was offensive to some people and not other people. Why I thought it was okay, but then it wasn't. Yeah, it's something that happens, and it's better to talk about things instead of just letting them brood. Like, yeah. And see, I think that's fine. You and Andreas can totally make those kind of jokes when you're like, it's fine. I get that. I'm not saying, hey, don't be mean to Andreas. I think Andreas can take it. But if there's ever a point where Andreas, you can't take it, please let us know. Like, don't let us keep joking around when it's bad. So I think that's really what I want to get out there is for everybody in both the YouTube and the Discord. Let's be open about that stuff. Like, it's okay to be like, hey, that made me a little uncomfortable. It's like, okay, let's talk about that. Maybe we tone that back a little bit. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe someone is just being too something, and we need to talk about that, and we'll deal with that. So I want everyone to feel open and free to be able to do that kind of stuff. Was this the conversation? But yeah, so feel free. Losing my voice now. Religion, politics, and what you had for breakfast. Not allowed. Not allowed on the Rook stream. Got it. Religion does include cults. And in all honesty, cults are a dark, terrible thing sometimes. So they can be untactful. And I am sorry if you've been the victim of a cult and we've now done anything bad to you. So I do apologize for that. That's right. That's right. Cults are still a thing that exist and are bad. Yeah, I mean, once again, it's just a thing. If that's something that is... We've been pretty jokey about it because of, I mean, the name of the live stream Discord chat is live streaming cultivating art. You guys didn't notice that? It's got the big... Yeah. No, that was because everybody kept talking about joining the cult chat. And so I was like, okay, fine. If that's how we're going to do it, that's how we're going to do it. But, if that becomes uncouth, I'm fine with that. We'll deal with it. Well, just because it doesn't seem bad to one doesn't mean that it's appropriate for all. So that's a risk I took. Yeah, this video is gone. Like, I'm making no money on this video now. YouTube's just like, are you a cult channel? I'm not making soap. I'm just trying to sell Kobold Kings and starting weird hentai religions. Yeah, so the Discord rules, if you haven't read the rules, it's basically the Will Wheaton rules for the internet. Don't be a dick. And that's kind of I think the best litmus test. I think it says step 1, don't be a dick. Step 2, don't be Andreas. And then step 3 how do I report Rook? That's right. No, you can. If you think I ever do something uncouth, please contact one of the other mods. There might be a conflict of interest for me to try to deal with that one. That one was a little over the line. All right, I'll back off. That was me being a dick. That broke the first rule. So that's not good. I'm sorry, Andreas. There's a limit. There's a finite limit of everybody gets one. No, but I think that's a good way to do it. We just need to be open and honest with each other. And So this I have just drawn a Fisker garden tool. That is what this is. Please do not get Rookzer0 in trouble with the FBI, CIA, NSA, or whoever relating to cults. I'm pretty sure I'm already on a watch list, Bri. I think, especially with all the tips. I'm wondering if there's a limit. Like, okay, as soon as this guy makes $600 on YouTube, that's when we're gonna go get him. He's got to stay under that. That limit. Oh, if all it takes is to look up how to make a nuclear warhead, then like every American child in the United States is on a watch list somewhere. If I'm not on a 50 watch list, somebody really needs to be fired. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so here in the U.S., that's all free stuff. You could just, I think you have to. Yeah, if you want to buy uranium, you can. You just have to file the paperwork for it. Like, I'm gonna have this. Why are you doing this? I'm building a nuclear reactor. Okay. Like that's the big weird thing about like I guess I don't know if this counts as talking about politics. I could be totally wrong about it too. But I feel like a lot of the control and gun arguments are all kind of moot because you can buy anything you want in the US. You just have to tell people about it. That's kind of the way it works. And like, whoa. You want to buy how many barrels of whiskey? Well, I'm going to buy this many and then I'm going to make the rest. Okay, that's fine. Like, don't sell that to people. Yeah, exactly. Why do you need that much? I can't think of things that aren't terribly wrong that are going to get me demonetized, so. Yeah. Why do you need that many kobolds? I don't understand what's going on here. I'm not selling them, I promise. Yeah, why do you... Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can buy a industrial grade animal lube by the 50-gallon jugs, and everybody in the YouTube chat, you missed that joke, and that's too bad. Thank you, Mythbusters. Just because someone is offered doesn't mean you're wrong. Oh, offended. Yeah, it doesn't mean you're wrong for saying it. The world needs people to give more of the benefit of the doubt and be offended less. Being offended has become a competition. Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing, and why I'm more of an advocate of let's talk about it. That's a good statement, but at the same time, it is. You want that as a tattoo? No, I really think it's once again, it's not my responsibility to not offend people, but it is my prerogative. I can choose to try not to offend people. So just because I believe something and someone else doesn't agree with it, that's a thing. But I can try my best to not offend people, unless like I don't see the need to. And I remember a lot of like back in the day, especially with when like prank videos, I guess, are still kind of popular. I don't get that. I don't get prank videos. It's just like, why are you just kind of being a jerk to everybody? Most of them are fake, but at the same time, it's the premise of like I'm gonna go just be a total dingle to this guy. It's like, why would you do that? Yeah. I don't get it. Not my style. Not my jokes. What did I join into? Sorry, Newt. We were drawing kobolds, and it turned into this weirdly, like, I don't know what you want to call it, a self-help day? Hey, how is everybody doing? Yeah. How do you be politically correct as a kobold? You walked into the aftermath and dissolution of the Rook cult. There you go. Yeah, we're trying to break apart the Rook cult in a way that was applicable for everybody. You've rebranded. We're not a pyramid scheme. It's definitely not a pyramid scheme. Semantics. Yeah, unfortunately, your question is packed. If that's a very loaded question, I think maybe that's something we don't talk about right now. Yeah, so let's move on from that back to kobolds. What do we think of the kobold warlord? Actually, that's pretty cool. I like the face. So you with your kobolds, are you drawing horns or do they just have frills? That's fine. I think kobolds with horns are pretty cool. I feel like I always shift back to Dragonborn when I do that, though. Yeah, they're part dragons. That's fair. The first D&D game I joined, the party had already created a pyramid scheme but instead of makeup products or anything, it was fireplaces. Is it really a pyramid scheme if you're trying to sell fireplaces? Because, like, people need fireplaces. Are they making the fireplaces or are they just stealing people's money? That's the real question. This is pretty sick. I like this. I think it's pretty good. He's a fire kobold now. I don't know. No, it's cool. I like it. There are 4 people in this drawing session. I don't know who the other people are. Oh, did Dalcor show? Oh, yeah, Dalcor showed up. That's all, yeah. If you're not a patron, too bad. Sorry about that. If only there was some way to become a patron. I gotta shamelessly plug my Patreon page as much as possible. I do get a lot of cool stickers. I'm gonna try to send those out as soon as I'm. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, here's what's going on today. Cast Bonfire would be a great for that scheme. Oh no. I looked at some art of kobolds and noticed a pattern. All the kobolds that had chest wraps had a set of horns with a frill that is extended in 3 parts. So I think that men just have a set of horns and women have a set of horns and frills. Maybe. I mean, they could all be from the same artist or the same campaign. I think kobolds can be pretty diverse, which I'm okay with. But yeah, I like the. This is we were talking earlier about what's the difference between a kobold and a lizard folk when you're drawing it. And for me, I think the kobolds always kind of look more alligator-ish to me. Like that's what I have in my head. When I think of kobold, I think of like tiny alligator people. And then yeah, with lizard, that could be someone else's lizard folk though. So when I think lizard folk, I think of like frilled lizards or barbed lizard. What the hell is it called? I have like very specific lizards in my head that I like come to my mind. So. Yeah, the bearded dragons. That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, draw a lizard folk. Because I also I want kobolds with little nose spines, but that starts looking like a dragon to me, so I'm gonna leave it without that for right now. I think we're getting somewhere cool. Yeah, bearded dragons, super good. I always imagined they had somewhat of a wolf features, like a Chinese dragon in the shape face. That's a cool way to do it too. Yeah, I think that'd be really cool. Oh yeah, fantasy definitely. Kobolds are just basically miniature dragons, unless you're looking at Magic the Gathering, and then kobolds are dragon goblins, which I also think is kind of cool. Oh, we got reference. I'm gonna look at this reference. Sorry I'm late. I saw the announcement in the Discord. Welcome, Sync. You missed a whole bunch of weird talk. I hope everyone's doing well today. I think that's the general discussion. How is everyone tonight? Doing well, Bri. Thank you for asking. I'm great. Good. Drow is great. Good to hear. See, that's a good man. See, I would think this. Looking at that, what you just posted, that's a dragonborn to me. Yeah, and I think to me for dragonborn, they're beefier, and I think that's might be one of my reasons. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Drow posted the picture of the Kobold King. Thank you. It's a good picture. I like how he's got a skull for an eye patch, which is just like, maybe it's not an eye patch. Maybe it's just like a goggle. He's got a skull monocle. In the voice chat channel. Yeah. Voice chat channel. That lizard folk dragonborn, that dude's got a package on him. Wildly inappropriate. Wild. That's a good dragonborn too. Does he have a spectral tail? What is that picture? That's pretty dope. Pretty dope. And dragonborns are not supposed to have tails. Semantics, fantasy, argumentative. Yeah. Correct. Yeah, D&D. The current iteration of D&D, no tails, which that's fine. I think that goes back to like the same thing of like Aasimar are they're a specific tribe, and that's what the Forgotten Realms is kind of focusing on. When really Aasimar could be a lot more wide-angled, yeah. Wide-angled. I think that's a good way to look at it. Just like Drow, like most of the Forgotten Realm Drow are from yeah, the Underdark. What's the name of the city? I can't remember the name of the city now. Menzoberranzan, yeah. Right, but in like the Forgotten Realms lore, that's what the main focus is on. So when they have all of their lore books, that's pretty much what they talk about. Go for it. So they have beaks, basically. They're kind of like I can see that. That'd be kind of cool. They can have wings but no tails. Well, I can't play Neverwinter the game because they give so many races that they are supposed to be 100% evil. Yeah, so once again, like that's that's another thing. Goldtooth's talking about Neverwinter being kind of based on the direct lore, like Drow being evil. All the racial argument things are all basically story driven. So it's a big city. Yeah, so that's the argument we've made, and I think Ace has talked about this before, about Tieflings and Aasimar are technically just a half outsider template, whereas Tieflings and Aasimar are actually very specific versions of that. So that's really that's why I'm saying, like, for the Forgotten Realms, Aasimar are specifically from a particular area of a specific half outsider race, which is meh. I only go by the Forgotten Realms and what Gygax made. What are you asking about? I'm sorry, I missed what you said. I'm not sure about the older ones. I'd have to go back and look. But in 5th edition, there's a specific, like, they all come from one big city. At least the races they want you to play. So when they give you a race in the book and they're like, here, play this race that is Aasimar, they hail from this area. And so that's like all of that stuff. And then that's why they have variants as well. The variants are supposed to be kind of like, well, maybe this Aasimar came from over here, or it's from a different deity, or from a different outsider. But whenever they're talking about the specific races in the book, they usually have an area to justify all of their stats and all of the reasons for them being chaotic evil or lawful good. Yeah, you could play whatever you want, however you want, because that's the beauty of D&D. But that's the general reasoning behind it. So, oh no, I forgot. Well, D&D is a playset. That's the beauty of it. It's a playset. So you can have things like, that's a lot of people get upset about, like Neverwinter Nights, and I'm like, well, that's one variation of it. Doesn't mean you have to follow the Neverwinter Night rules or the Kingmaker rules for Pathfinder, but you can adopt what you want and have fun with it. How long this stream gonna last? I gotta go for a bit. What time is it? It's only noon. I've been kind of lollygagging on this picture, so I'll probably be around for another hour. I think that's a good thing. AJ Pickett has a lore video on ettercaps. They are terrifying. Are ettercaps spiders? Spider people? Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, Driders are the other version of spider people. Spider folk. That is one reason. So if you look at some of my videos, that's one of the reasons I use like snake folk or snake people and lizard folk, because there really are 5 or 6 different types of each of those in lore, and then you can expand upon that into whatever you want. So a lot of people get really like, why didn't you make a Drider video? It's like, well, I'll probably do a spider folk video and include the Driders into it. Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. I should start... Instead of doing a human video, I should just start doing like, welcome to Magnamar, or let's talk about Magnamarians, or Neverwinterans. Nice. Who designed that? What if it's a werewolf, but instead of a werewolf, it's a spider dude? That's... Like, you could just take that picture and just put a wolf face on it, and it would be a werewolf with spider webs. Oh, that's much worse. See, that's a better... I like that design much better. Super good. I apologize to whoever did the first art. It's not bad art. I just think it looks like a werewolf. Why you should not play an Ettercap. I like the giant talons. I think that really kind of sells it. Even though it makes it less spider-like. I like the head design, too. The 4 eyes. I guess the top one has 4 eyes, doesn't it? Maybe I just need to look at the picture better. Looking at the preview makes it look really small. Yeah. Nope. Do we need to cover those with spoiler tags? Spoilers. Giant Spider-Men. Why are you posting that in the general tag? What's going on here? Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. Randar, welcome. Welcome. Let me go back to the other one. Voice channel. What is that? It's just spider legs? That's awesome. It's literally just... Yeah, I know all these exist. Those are good. I have to look at Ring of Protection. I need a Ring of Protection on this guy. Protection. Bill Hook. Dried is pretty good. It's about the same. Are we drawing spiders? Is that what we need to do? We need a spider week? Oh, yeah, what are we doing? Ah! Snake Man! What are you doing out here in the cage, Lizard Man? That's a great reference. That's a great reference. If anybody knows what that's from, I will clap. I will clap for you. Nope, no, not Harvey Birdman. That does sound like a Harvey Birdman thing. And to be fair, that's close. That's actually not a bad guess. That's not a bad guess, but that's not it. What else am I missing here? 2 toes, loincloth, quarterback skin, no legs, no armor. I think that's it. I think that's the design. And now I just got to figure out how to get all this crud into the thing. Plus, I want to make him a little schnazzier. I might have to think about this. Neat. Warframe. I'm like, is there a spider goblin in Warframe? That'd be pretty dope. I still need to play the Warframe. Do I, though? Do I? That's the question. I really, really wanted to get that Mega Man X0 collection. I didn't get it. I thought about it. It was real close. Real close to getting it, but I don't know. I just didn't. there wasn't any real reason. I was just like, I should do that this weekend, and then I did not do that. Just ended up not getting it. Maybe I'll get it this weekend. Who knows? I didn't end up doing a lot of chores this weekend, so I was just kind of busy, which is good. It's good to get your stuff done. You know, you got homework, you got things to do. That's important too. But maybe next time. I do want to play the new Pokemon game too. That would be fun. What's everybody's favorite Pokemon? That's a weird question to ask in D&D group, but maybe not. That's true. It is an RPG. All of this should go in the D&D homebrew and lore. Now we just have like just like link the entire D&D books. Don't do that. That'll get us in trouble. Tell us about it. Tell us about it instead of dropping a link. Interesting. So they worship the drow? Oh. That seems weirdly racist. I'm a cleric of the human domain. That's fair. That's fair. Drow are incredibly racist. Please, yeah, clean that up. There you go. Someone just joined the call. Welcome, whoever that was. Welcome, Sampai. The spider domain. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like there's a lot of really cool domains out there. I think that's something that isn't homebrewed enough. I think that's something that people can really flex. I started playing with for one of my players. He's a necromancer, so he had to take the undead domain, which is good, but it sucked that like to play the thing he wanted to do, he had to take it. So I've been playing with the idea of him being able to slowly unlock other aspects of domains by completing objectives, and that's just become a small, like a boon. It's like, okay, you get access to the darkness domain now, but you have to choose which ones you're going to take. It's been fun. It's been a really cool way to like augment the game and make his character a little more creative, and unique. Yeah. There's definitely a precedent for it, because an argument for it. Yeah, there's a lot of story-based feats and skills that you can get in a lot of the modules that are basically campaign or a specific campaign built, and I think those are a lot of fun. For Pathfinder, there's a lot of, in the world guide, there's a lot of like, oh, if they're a worshiper of this god, here's some boons that their god could grant them for a certain amount of times or days. And I like that idea, kind of unique unlocks for the characters, based on their class, or like feats that they wouldn't be able to normally get, just as like temporary boons or access to things. And really, with 5th edition, they took a lot of that stuff out because it was complicated. It was complicated and hard to balance. But with Deep Dragons, it's an Underdark dragon. Well, no, it is what it is. I like that. It's a cool idea. Let's go ahead and keep drawing this dragon, this kobold. Just kobold. What is the name of the weird kobold that is infinitely too powerful in 3.5? Can't remember what his name is. It's a build. It's a build that everybody does when they're wanting to be stupid. No, it's one kobold, but you basically get a feat that allows you to have infinite strength. I want to say it's like the Puck? No. Pudge? No, that's not right either. Pogo? I'll look it up. Pun. Pun with infinite strength. You get infinite action loops. You can travel through time and give yourself... And it's like a game genie, but with a kobold. Maybe Pun was the first kobold king. You'll never get me, He-Man. I'm really sad that more people don't make Skeletor as a... Have we talked about this? Have we talked about He-Man being a warlock? Okay. I mean, he's basically like... He's a prince with levels in warlock, which is weird. Vigilante is a pretty good class. Okay. Wyverns are born from kobold eggs. That's an interesting concept. URDIS. What is an erd? We should look that up. That sounds pretty cool. Let's talk about fantasy stuff. Let's look it up. Worms, Wyverns, and Dragonborn. So what I'm finding is Wyverns with an A are crossbreeds of wyverns and kobolds. I don't know what the hell a wyvern is, but it's spelled almost exactly the same. So that could be where that came from. Wyverns are a advanced race. It looks like they get a -2 on int, so I'm going to guess no. They look like little tiny dragonborn, but that's a legit Pathfinder race. Huh. Cool. Wyvern on page 238 of the Advanced Race Guide. Or did somebody make that up? It's a good book. Love that book. Literally just the word wyvern with an A instead of an E. That's the only difference. All right. Drow, you've now posted 11 consecutive links from ForgottenRealms.com. Got to pump the brakes on that there. Welcome, Nightingale. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome, Randadar. Randnar? Yeah. God damn it. All right, last one. You can post one more. You get one more. Oh, so one more is actually two things. Well, oh man. Oh geez, I've been missing the YouTube chat. I forgot about the YouTube chat. I personally want a monster hunter class or a bounty hunter. Is there not a monster hunter bounty hunter thing in D&D? Like the Pathfinder has the Slayer, which is basically the Ranger. Is there a Ranger subclass for it? Yeah. Plan to catch. He forgot us. I didn't forget. I've just been busy. But it's kind of slack. I was slacking a little bit. It's a Ranger subclass in... Oh, it's a Ranger subclass in Xanthar's Guide. Nice. Is the left claw in front or behind the leg? Yeah, Jacob, that's a good question. I don't know if the claw is in front or behind the leg yet. I'm still working on that. I think it needs to be behind. But is that line uncomfortable for everybody? That little the leg line passing through it. Monster Slayer would be fun. Very Kobold. Pale got pun. Pale knows what's up. Sorry, go ahead. A lizard folk with a barbarian. The lizard folk is the barbarian servant, or the kobold is the barbarian servant? I do like having player when players kind of team up to make a combo. So like, which one of you is the leading goblin? And they just play on that idea for the rest of the game. Player duos. Yeah. Murder first, justice later. I feel like that maybe would not let you be a paladin for very long. Message retracted. Everyone's thanks to the Kobold Druid. Barbarian walks into the tavern. Yeah, there's a lot of links. Moody, you don't have to join the Discord if you don't want to, but welcome. Kobold Druid sounds cool. Yeah, Kobold Druids are pretty cool, I think. Yeah, I think Goldtooth is a Kobold Druid. Yeah, I actually play a Kobold Druid. Yeah, they're quite fun. Correct. Yeah. Just have a conversation about it. You don't have to post links unless it's super relevant. Well, now don't just read me the link. What are we talking about? Why is this? Let's have a discussion. Is that something you've played or want to play or? Okay. I'm gonna make this. I gotta make these bracers look super cool. We need to introduce our own lore to this channel. Long ago, there's a plan of chill. Melvin, there is a channel for that on the Discord called Homebrew and Lore. You're welcome to add whatever homebrew or lore you think needs to be added. Imagine blasting someone for 66 and then groveling at their feet. What? Kobold revived rogue. Honestly, expect a bonus action dash bolts from the grave. Alright, what's the best place for a clan of kobolds? What would be the best place for a clan of kobolds? Yeah, caves? I think caves is pretty obvious. Another good place would be like someone's cellar without them knowing about it. That would be a funny one. Or a town well, if they lived in the town water well. And they just live down there. And whenever people put their buckets down, they just fill the buckets up so no one gets suspicious. I'm like, man, this is a great well. It's just so fast. Everything smells great. Mountains is the best place to have them. Mountain kobolds, huh? That's interesting. I can see, like, if they're in caves and mountains. Actually, it's just a town, but secretly. Yeah, like that. I think Pell has it. I think secret kobolds is probably the best thing. That's the best place for it. Welcome to our secret kobold lair. You guys are running a taco stand. Nope, it's a secret. It's just two kobolds in a coat. Like, here's your taco, sir. Oh, you got tacos? How'd that go? How did Finland tacos go? Tacos are amazing. If you want to play two kobolds in a coat, I say go for it. It's super fun. There are a lot of weird ways to deal with the mechanics. And it's super tragic when one of them dies because you don't know what to do with yourself. So, yeah. There is the only challenge that I would put forth for someone that wants to play like 2 kobolds in a trench coat, or 2 rat folk in a trench coat. It's also really funny. Is basically try to keep the characters separate. Try to really give each of them a personality, and then figure out how to deal with that. Because that makes it really, really fun instead of just like, I'm OP because I'm 2 people. I think it's really challenging. It is fun seeing new players try to deal with 2 people at the same time. Like, just give one of your players control of an NPC and see if they can do anything with it besides just, like, throw it into combat for its death. So, it's a fun challenge. I still struggle with people like, here's a horse. They're like, we're going to use that for, we're going to try to sacrifice it for this bridge. It's like, come on. Just keep your horses alive for more than a day. It's like, it's not my horse. I rented it. Not cool. Not cool at all. Yeah, they can't handle the responsibility of fantasy pets or fantasy horses. It's a very common thing, I think, on adventuring parties. There is a screw on my desk that is jiggling, and I don't know where it is. It's gonna drive me up the wall. I gotta find this screw. Did you ask if she wanted to join the chat? She just, you're in the chat now. Huh? How did I get here? You absolutely can. I would not recommend doing it, but you absolutely. I found it. Okay. Okay. I have quailed the screw rattle. Now I can continue drawing. Gotta add those dats. Those with the rule that if one of them died, I had to roll to see if it was the original, and if the original died, we all died. Is that for the playing a guy that was himself a convoy of gnomes, all cosplaying as different people? That's pretty good. Carpe diem. This is driving me crazy. Did I miss a different one? This is pretty good. We were just asked to talk about Andreas again. I believe I said I wasn't going to be a jerk to you anymore today, so that's fine. I will avoid doing that. I am actively not making fun of you while giving you attention. That's what's happening right now. Just actively not teasing. I feel like we just got introduced to somebody's parents. I think that's what I feel like. Hello, these are my parents. Yes, they are nudists, and they drink way too much. And then did I mention that my parents also like to play Scrabble? It's basically all they do. They drink and they play Scrabble. Totally nude all the time, though. Yep, they just drink in the nude, play Scrabble. Scrabble is just it's a spelling game. I probably could have picked a better game to play as a nudist, but I didn't invest that much time into that joke. I just started picking things I'm not a fan of. Twister? I think you're talking about Twister. Yeah, nudist Twister would have been a better joke, I think. But it was supposed to be disturbing. That's the whole point. Twister is the ultimate nudist game. Yeah, I think I dropped the ball. I should have made the nudist Twister joke. I think that would have been better. Throw die injury. We have a spinner. What would Rook be as an NPC? A human cleric of the god of arts? Well, there's an argument to be made about that. Because if you're not talking about me, I don't know, an Eldritch Abomination. Everything's an Eldritch Abomination or a mimic. Now that we got the memes out of the way. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assumption. So Rook was, whenever I play a character named Rook, he's a human fighter. whenever I play my cleric, I don't name them Rook, which is funny. So those are the two characters I play. I usually play human fighters or I play human clerics. Yeah. So absolutely though. Human fighters are fighty. Oh, I haven't looked at yours in a while. Let's take a look. That is a BVS lizard. Oh, see, this is lizard 106, and this is lizard like 4. They just slowly get smaller and younger. What if that's the real trick? What if kobolds just like have indeterminate growth and they eventually turn into dragons? And the dragons don't want people to know that. They're like, oh no, the kobolds are totally a kobold. That'd be pretty dope. The painting dude from Breath of the Wild. With the paintbrush hair. In real life, if I was an NPC, I would probably be a shopkeeper. I would think it would be my best. I could definitely see being a bard or an artist. That would be kind of fun. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, draw, and if we need more space, we can definitely switch something else out. Yeah, do it. Looks good. Oh, yeah. I have a feeling that if I could choose what I was doing as an NPC, I'd probably be a blacksmith. I think that'd be pretty dope. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, that's kind of a weird thing about diseases in fantasy realms. We're just going to go ahead and pray away the heavy metal poisoning. That'll be fine. Let's do that. This is Kobold Prime. I think the trick is you're gonna have to give him the same size body as this guy. It's gonna be a 10-second delay, and then everyone will catch up. Dragons don't die; they just become kobolds. I have diminished to my kobold form for for 16 days, and then I'll be back to being a dragon. I'm at my weakest now, and if you kill me, I will still just be goo. I like that. I like that. I like the fins you got there. That's cool. The frills. I think the frills is that's a cool way to do that. Here, let me help. Let's do this. He's got little legs and he's got little arms. Yeah! I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone back to your art. That's even more cursed. Turns into dragons. Yeah. So I don't know. What would Rook be as an NPC? If you want to put Rook in your games, yeah, you could definitely make him an artist. I think that would be fun. He needs a mace. He's got to have a mace. So maybe he does like splatter art, or he could also be a cook. I usually make my clerics surgeons as profession. I think it's really funny. I don't know. I don't know what to which you are referring. I am unaware of what you mean. Talking about who? What? I don't know what you're. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Yes, I know who Jamie Lannister's. What is he trying to say? I missed the I missed the. Oh, okay. Murder is an art form. Hashtag don't quote me on that. Hashtag definitely not a cult. All right. Rook would totally be a jester. I hope not. I don't want to be working for fancy folk. Well, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty great. Can we give him like big muscle arms? It's like a Gurren Lagann robot, but a robot. Kobold Lagann. Did we just make Trogdor the Burninator, but as a Gurren Lagann? Very possibly. Isn't the point of D&D personas to get away from your normal life? Yeah, I suppose so. I suppose maybe. But that's kind of the question. If you're trying to make me as a NPC, I don't know if that'd be the same as my characters I play all the time. A little different people. I don't know how much of a cleric I would be, but I play a lot of clerics. What was that a question at me or a general question in existence? That's a religious question, so I'm not going to answer that. As a D&D? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. People, welcome. Damn it. Good question. So what are his stats? What are my stats? I think it's 20s and everything. I think that's how we start. I think that's how Rook starts. 20s and everything. And then I'm a human, so I get to pick more. Four in strength. Big noodle arms. That's not bad. That's not bad stats. That's not bad stats for a sorcerer. Facebook quiz has done you good. I think I need to make this a little. Wait, what are we talking about here? The YouTube chat is asking me what my stats would be in real life, and I can do clap push-ups, so I think that puts me at least in like. I mean, technically, there's a stat. We can actually see how much strength stat I have. Let me look this up. Human carrying capacity. D&D. Let's look it up. 15 times your strength score in pounds. Carrying capacity calculated strength times 15, which gives you, for instance, a character, blah, blah, blah. This means you can load as many weapons shield as... We need to find that thing that we can measure. Like... Push, lift, drag, lift capacity. Okay, lifting. We have lifting here. Now, when we're talking about lifting, is that above my head, or can I count a like a bench press? Yeah. A safe range for carrying capacity. Okay. I think my strength is... Where are they getting that from? That's time 15? Is that what they're going for? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and say I think I can safely give myself a 16 strength. Let's do that. Because your carrying capacity before you become encumbered is 15 times your strength score. I can carry someone that weighs 240 pounds. I've done that. That's something I've done. But that's before it affects your speed. I am slowed with that. So let's drop it down to a 15. 14, 15. I think that's a fair strength score. I mean, I can bench 235, so somewhere around 15. We'll say 15. So the stats for Rook stats, we're gonna write Rook stats. Stir. Let's say 14. There's always room for improvement. Let's say 14. Plus 15 doesn't matter. Dexterity. I can juggle. Does that mean I'm better at dexterity? Am I better at hitting things or shooting things? Yeah, that's a good question. I am an artist. I do have to have some dexterous abilities. My test for strength has always been if I can X my own weight. So if I can lift my own weight, if I can carry my own weight, I'm doing good. So So if my strength is 14, how do we judge dexterity? What's a base level of dexterity? 10 is average. So what are we counting as average dexterity? That's the question. What would someone... Can you do a flip and land it? No. No, I can't do a flip. That's something I've always wanted to do. I'm like 90% of the way there to do a flip. I can do like a forward flip without touch. I can do cartwheels. I used to be able to skateboard real good. I can do a handstand on a skateboard. What does that get me? That's the thing I used to be able to do until I dislocated my shoulder doing it. I did it for a while. Okay, so that's the limit. That's the upper limit. Maybe I just rolled a 20 once and did a handstand on a skateboard. That's fair. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. So 10 to 16. I think that's a good range. If my strength is 14, I think I'm better at shooting a bow than I am at like smashing stuff, which that could be totally wrong. So I'm going to assume it's less than 14. I'm going to say 14 is probably my higher stat. So let's go 13. I think that's fair. Constitution. I'm going to go ahead and put myself at like a little 9. Dexterity. I'm going to go ahead and put my Constitution as a 9. Because, yeah, I'm not great. I'm alive. I'm not... Yeah, not a lot. I'm not... I do not drink much. Remember, you're sick. I woke up this morning and told you I wasn't going to do push-ups because my allergies were bothering me. I'm going to give myself a 9. No hampered conditions, but not great. Can I do a cartwheel? I can do a sick cartwheel. I'm super good at cartwheels. Disadvantage. Advantage. If you say anything but 0, I will not believe you. Bazinga! Oh, I got him. I got him good. Got him. All right. We're looking for numbers. All right. I gotta talk. Okay. About a 5? I heard about a 5. I heard a 5. Andreas has a wisdom of 5. We've confirmed this. We're moving on. Partially because I need to talk and I can't talk. So intelligence is always hard for me, depending on the topic of the character. So I always start around 13. Too personal. And this, I think, proves the point. Wisdom, or as we like to call it, tact. All right, so here's my issue. When it comes to things of an intelligent nature, like knowledge in geography, or religion, or books, or language, I am poop. I have no ability to do this stuff. I just don't care, and I don't do it. It might be average, but I also have a master's degree, so I don't know where that lies. I have a yeah. I mean, so that's the other thing though. Like, I would say my wisdom is probably much higher than my int, but That could be the same thing. That could be the same thing. Oh, okay. So I get plus 45 to wisdom. So that's good. That makes me roughly, like 600 years old? Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, is the YouTube chat giving my charisma score? What do we got here? Score SATs. Intelligence is always hard for me. On the point by system, you have a 14 to spend. Okay, so I have to spend a 14 somewhere. What was my score on my SATs? Hell, I don't even remember because it didn't matter to me. I only took it once. That's a thing, right? Are you supposed to take it more than once? Got me into college. Oh, you can take it 3 times. Yeah, I didn't either. I just took it once and I was like, that's fine. Nice. SATs and ACTs are tough. Oh, it's additive. Gotcha. An SAT is basically just a standardized test for assessing college scores. You take them when you're in high school. And then it's supposed to let you into colleges. But really, you go to a college, and you're like, I have money. And they go, sweet, you're in. And it sucks. And anybody that doesn't believe that is wrong. Yeah, kind of. It used to be the main focus of how you get into different colleges. You would show them your grades and your scores, your SAT and your ACT scores. So I don't think I can fill these out. I think anything I put in either of these are going to be bolstering because I don't have a metric for them. So, sure. Charisma, 3. That's good. All right, done. I'm going to go with 3. I think 3 is a good charisma score to start with. So, How good are you at math? How do you objectively justify if you're good at math? Because when it comes to numbers, I can rudimentarily solve pretty much anything from the base, but I am not good at memorization. So, yeah. Yeah, this is really weird, man. What's going on here? Well, just because you know somebody personally doesn't mean you should put them on blast in a YouTube group. That's not cool. I'm going to look at Moody's picture here. Let's see what's going on here. That is an adorable dragon eating a cookie. Poor Andreas, just a little cat girl. Draw your own emote. You're right. Actually, Andreas, what is your picture? Is this a little devil girl? Is it from something or is it just a thing? Okay. Gotcha. I've Did I make this hand huge? You made a slug dragon? That's pretty good. This is my male dragon, Fernando. He is a dragon that delivers mail. I don't know where your minds were at. Shame on you. I done did it. I done pranked them all. Same face syndrome. I understand that. I totally get that. The Twilight Princess delivery guy. Rook, can you give me a pet slug? What? Slug dragon in Lindworm. Is Lindworm. I don't know any. I don't get any of these references. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Let's see what's... I think I've been turned into a character sheet. Ah, 7 HP. What's this? These are not bad stats. I got a point in acrobatics. I like that because I'm skateboarding. I got points in performance. That's also good. I think if I had to choose, I'm human. I would be human, so I get to pick extra skills, right? A feat and skills. Bardic inspiration. I like it. Attack, cast spells, dash, disengage. I can do all those things. I can dodge. I can help. I can hide. 2-weapon fighting. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice. I think I would want to take points in sleight of hand. Sleight of hand, survival, or medicine. Those are kind of the things I think I would specialize in. Dexterity and wisdom based. Shoplifting. You can use sleight of hand for things besides stealing stuff. Yes, you can. Hiding a dagger. Great. Juggling. Great. Hiding money in poor people's pockets to make them feel better later when they check their pockets. Yeah. Palming a deck of cards. Hold on. This isn't going to work, but I'm going to do a magic trick right now. Nobody saw where that went, but it was super cool. It was super slick. That coin just vanished. And now the coin has appeared behind my own ear. So if anybody else can do that, I'd actually like to see it because it's cool and I like magic tricks. So I think I am a bard. I think I just realized that I am actually a bard. There we go. All right. Now the real question is, what level would I be? Do I have to start at level 1, or am I already like pretty dope? That's pretty cool. I don't need no silverware. My sleight of hand is so high, it just disappears into my mouth. That's not a sentence I thought I would say on stream or ever, but there it goes. Well, me in general or people in general? Because if that's directed at me, that's a very tricky way to make me talk about myself. Story time. Level 5 average. Is there an online D&D game? Lawrence, are you asking about something like, yeah, D&D Online or Neverwinter? What is the D&D Online? That was the plan all along, Rook. Gotcha. So we've been my YouTube chat has been taken over. How is everybody in the YouTube chat? People try to talk, but that's fine. I'm just gonna talk over everybody because they can't hear me. It's gonna be great. What video did you have the most fun making? Ooh, that's a good question. What video did I have the most fun making? I'm gonna have to think about that one. Yeah, Brian made a Rook character sheet. It's pretty great. So back to Lawrence's question. You guys can talk. I'm just gonna talk over you. You can also, if you want to play online, you can try to set up a game here, or you can check out the Pathfinder Discord or the D&D Beyond Discord. Both have open looking for groups. So I don't remember that. I don't remember you inviting anyone at all. I wasn't invited to this game. I don't even want to play in your game anymore, so I'm not here. I thought that was the cult channel. See? No one believes you. No one believes you when you lie about stuff. What if I'm in Australia? So, Lawrence, you should be able to do the Discord from Australia. Yeah, you should be able to do that. I need a good backstory. For glories and how we're doing well. Yeah. I think we're gonna end up calling this today. I've got some good work on the Kobold King. I have to figure out how to incorporate this stuff, but yeah. So thanks everybody for listening today. For Lawrence, definitely ask around. Join the Discord, see what's going on, see if there's a game you can play. You can jump in. I'm gonna try to work a way to play a Discord game with people. I'm not sure how we're gonna do that. It might be part of the Patreon rewards. We'll figure it out. Oh, the time zones aren't good because of the 6 o'clock a.m. That's an interesting point. Yeah, you might have to find people that want to play in the morning. That'd be interesting. Or play at midnight. I mean, that's a thing. But you can always try to set up a group from where you're at. There's a lot of things going on there. But thanks for streaming, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for asking questions, talking. Help me make this sweet Kobold. I'll probably finish this up tomorrow. I might do some more editing today, and then we'll just color it tomorrow. But remember to keep your dice on the table. It sounds like we have some D&D games going up. I'm going to talk to some of the Discord members about whether or not they want those to be streamed or listened to. And if they want to post those, I will get times, because that could be a fun thing to do too. So thanks again for watching, for listening. And as always, be safe. Talk to you later. I forgot we had to check the Aggie software first. That's pretty good. Thank you, all the Patreon members, for supporting, and you're welcome to come draw. Come draw with me tomorrow. Yeah, Johnson needs people to draw with. All right, tomorrow. Dice on the table.